If you want to understand the plight of young black men and how the cycle that they was going through, so many people been through this as a part of their life, it's like a rite of passage. You know, have babies young, drink alcohol, smoke weed, and go to jail. Listen to this right here.
Stepping out the world through my Rearview. Now I was raised as a young black male in order to get paid for the
I was raised as a young black male, and in order to get paid, I was forced to make crack sales.
So they sent me to these overpacked jails.
They called an N-word. They called a brother. So they sent me to these overpacked jails, packed with a whole bunch of other brothers doing the same thing I'm doing.
In the cell counting days in this living black hell, do you feel me?
Of course I feel you, Pop. I'm in a cell counting days in this living black hell. And that's when he asked the question, do you feel me? Do you feel him? I mean, holler back at me. Who you know been through that? Have you been through it yourself? Fair use disclaimer. This video contains copyrighted material, the use of which has not always been specifically authorized by the copyright owner. I am making this content available for educational, entertainment, encouragement, and promotional uses only for the artist as well as the listener. Under the Fair Right Use Doctrine, Section 107 of the U.S. Copyright Act. Enjoy the sound check. Let's see if the flow is proven. DjRon, the classic DJ from the Bay. Enjoy. God says me. That is the DjRon, the classic DJ from the Bay. That is the Bay Area of California. And I'm welcoming you to another show of Flow and Prove, where we go through old school classics, timeless classics. We dissect the lyrics, we check and listen to the message, see what it is, and just also talk about why music and songs and artists are so relevant and prevalent. All right, so I'm gonna invite you now to go ahead and lock in, subscribe. If that's something that you're into, you know what I mean? Like I say, timeless classic, timeless bars. And today I got the greatest of all time. You know what I mean? Ain't no argument about it. You know what I'm saying? Anytime that we start ranking rappers, Tupac's name is always going to be on the list, and it's him versus anybody else. I mean, think about it. They don't put Biggie and another rapper up there, you know what I'm saying? Unless they go just say just straight New York MC. But when they talk about the greatest of all time, Tupac is going to always be on the list, and he's going to always get the most votes, period, point blank, hands down. Everybody ascribes to be Tupac. So here's the thing. And shout out to Kendrick, because he's been paying so much homage and been riding for Tupac that it is just the way to be. But here's the thing. There are some songs, and matter of fact, I got 10 of them here that everybody ought to listen to by Tupac. I don't care who you are, white, black, Mexican, young, old, or whatever. 10 songs that I believe everybody should listen to, and the majority of them are not mainstream songs. So that's the caveat. That's the thing about it. These are some of my favorite songs. 3 of them are my absolute favorite Tupac songs, among others, you know what I mean? And it's difficult because one thing people don't realize and don't understand is that Tupac is probably the best musician of all time, the biggest artist of all time as far as his catalog. I mean, me personally, I have a playlist of Tupac songs, right? It's called Tupac. It was simply called Pac. And on this playlist, I have 10 hours straight of music, and it encompasses so much to whereas you could just ride and listen without having to forward not one time. And then even the songs I didn't leave on here, no, these are not, I didn't leave on there, rather, they're not my favorites, but recommended songs for the playlist. So Troublesome 96 is one song that could be in this video, but it won't be, but definitely one of my favorite songs. But the list goes on and on and on. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and hop into it once again. Buckle up your seat. I invite you, I implore you that you EQ your headphones just right, set the soundbar on your TV, and if you ride and taking a road trip or whatnot, it's gonna be a perfect video for you. You know what I mean? Make sure them subs is turned up so you can get the beat and listen to it right. We're gonna just jump right into it for the music, for the melody, but most of all for the message. Here it is, first song up by Tupac, So Many Tears. Let's get it.
Shall not fear no man but God, though I walk through the valley of death.
I can count on one hand how many rappers I heard say a prayer at the beginning of a song. And this song was so relevant. I remember when it first dropped, right when my boy Big Rich passed away, 1995. You know what I'm saying? And I remember we were there viewing the body, and this song I had on the playlist. I put the tape together for the playlist. We wasn't burning CDs yet, so I had it on tape, and it was on loop to loop. You know what I mean? We just kept listening to it, standing at the casket, viewing the body. Big Rich, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying?
Before I wait, please God walk with me and take me to heaven. Back in elementary, I thrived on misery. Left me alone, I grew up amongst a dying breed.
Now here's the thing about that line right there. First of all, I listen to a lot of music. I play a lot of music. I can rock a party from here to New York. You get what I'm saying? Age group, doesn't really matter. I prefer grown folks, 35 and older. But I'm going to tell you, most times when I write, I love introspective rap songs and introspective rappers. Give us a glimpse of who you are, why you are the way you are, where you come from, and, you know, let us know. And on this song right here, it's a perfect intro. He said back in elementary, he thrived on misery. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was all about. You know what I mean? And he was left alone, dying up amongst a dying breed. A lot of black youth from the ghetto can relate to this. That's why he resonated so much. Tupac was able to take the ghetto plight, take your plight, turn it into a song, and make it relevant for everybody. To whereas you either connected with him and you respect him because you know he came from the same place where you came from, or you soaked it in and got a visualization of where he was talking about. So either he made you feel him, or he felt like you felt that he felt you. I understand what I'm saying, what you were going through. So, you know, inside his mind, he couldn't find a place to rest. This the part everybody like right here. This the part.
Inside my mind, couldn't find a place to rest until I got that dog like tatted on my chest. Tell me, can you feel me? I'm not living in the past. You wanna last? Be the first to blast. Remember Kato?
Now, who is Kato? You know, I don't know if I ever seen a picture of Kato or nothing like that. But I tell you this one thing: if you ever lost a homeboy to the streets, you remember that homeboy. He said, "Remember Kato," but Kato became whoever homeboy, whoever best friend, whoever childhood memory that you grew up with. That's who you thought about when he said that.
All I'm gonna witness, see deceits, call on the sirens, seen them murdered in the streets. Now rest in peace. Is there heaven for a G? Remember me? So many homies in the cemetery shed so many tears. I suffered through the years and shed so many tears. Lord, I lost so many pigs and shed so many tears. Now that I'm struggling in this business by any means, label me greedy, getting green, but seldom seen. And the world cause I'm cursed, I'm having visions of leaving here in the hearse. God, can you feel me?
Once again, transparency at its finest. I'm seeing myself leaving here in the hearse because I just saw so many other people die. Remember how the first verse started? And he like, Lord, can you feel me? You know what I mean? You know, and that's a perfect intro for the next line. You know what I'm saying? But I like the part where he said, you label me greedy because I'm out here getting money, but I'm seldom seen, though. And that was most people who survived through the dub game, didn't really go to jail, didn't get shot, robbers or whatnot, they moved stealth. You know what I'm saying? A moving target, getting money and out of the way. You know what I mean? What we call it, the sucker ducking. You know what I'm saying? Staying low, staying out the way. You know what I mean? And you can't tell me that Pac wasn't a part of it. To know what he know, he had to have been a part of it.
Away from all the pressure and all the pain, show me some happiness again. I'm going blind. I spend my time in the cell, ain't living well. I know my destiny is hell, but did I fail? My life is in denial, and when I die, baptized in the eternal fire, shed so many tears.
My life is in denial. Look, we realized early on, I want to say a good 9. I would say 9 out of 10. That might be a big number, but a good 7.5 out of 10 hustlers that got into the game realized that, you know what, it's not the way I'm supposed to be living. You know what I mean? But I'm getting my money. You know, shout out to Jay-Z. You know what I mean? He said his mama had fears of him getting hit by a sniper shot, and he said, them dreams that you say you got give me the chills, but these meals, man, they make me hot. You get what I'm saying? You did it because you felt like that's what you had to do in order to get where you wanted to be. Most people that hustle, you know, there's some who got it for the fame. They just seen what, you know, want to be a part of that. But there's some of us who did it because couldn't really see no other way to get what we wanted the way we wanted it.
Lord.
And shout out to D Flizno. that's the producer credit on here. I have no idea who that is or if he made any other song. But to take that little horn from the song That Girl by Stevie Wonder and make it the resounding hook, genius. Only other song I could think of where they took just a small little piece of a song. There's three of them. That come to mind. The first one is, I'm trying to do it in the order that came out. To the Beat, y'all. Ain't No Future in Your Front by MC Breed. That beat is, it says more bounce to the ounce, but it's only one little part of more bounce to the ounce. When they threw it in there and put it on a loop, brought it back. The second one, They Reminisce Over You. I think that was by the Monkees or something like that, where they got that sample from. Them horns. That's it. And then, of course, this right here. Harmonica. He only did it one time throughout the whole song, just so you the genius of Stevie. And look how good it sounds. Thanks. Give props to Stevie for okaying the sample, letting it go through. Here we go. Clearing the sample, letting it go through.
Something for your kids and shit so many tears.
That good ice water, get older. We need it.
Lord,
I lost so many kids and shed so many tears.
now I'm lost in the weary, so many tears. I'm suicidal, so don't stand in me. My every move is a calculated step to bring me closer to embracing early death.
Now you talk about a vision for yourself, realizing the trap that you're caught in, and he like, I'm out here, I'm busy with it, you know what I'm saying? And he knew it was inevitable. How did he feel like that? I don't know. I saw an interview where his brother was talking about him, and the brother was saying that all he rapped about was death, that he brought about his demise. Who knows? He also was the one that said a real one picked the time to go. You know what I'm saying? That night, no vest, no pistol. Maybe he just didn't care no more. Who knows?
Closer to embracing early death. Now there's nothing left. There was no mercy on the streets. I couldn't rest. I'm barely standing, about to go to pieces, screaming peace. And though my soul was deleted, I couldn't see it. I had a mind full of demons trying to break free. They planted seeds and they hatched, sparking the flame inside my brain like a match. Such a dirty game.
That right there was a bar. He said the demons from the streets planted seeds and they hatched. They planted the seeds and it hatched and it sparked the flame inside my brain like a match. Such a dirty game. And those people out there talk about Tupac was lyrical. What? That is poetry at its finest. That is lyricism at its finest. That is connection at its finest. That is a vivid picture of what his life, what he felt like his life was like in the streets.
Sparking the flame inside my brain like a match. Such a dirty game. No memories, just a misery. Painting a picture of my enemies killing me in my sleep. Will I survive till the morning to see the sun? Please Lord forgive me for my sins, cause here I come. Lord,
I suffered so many years and shed so many tears.
God,
I lost so many peers.
Lord knows I tried, been a witness to homicide. Drive-by, taking lives, little kids die. Wonder why as I walk by, broken hearted as I glance at the chalk line, getting high.
Hey, if you don't feel that, then I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah, you at the chalk line, you watching, you at the yellow tape, you watching when police do their work. Because at this point, it ain't gonna be no double back. Police are there. And the police ain't tripping off us smoking weed, especially in Cali, you know what I'm saying? And getting high, just standing up there like, man, just looking at your homeboy laid out, your homegirl laid out. And I said homeboy, homegirl because I saw them both throughout the years, multiple times, too many times. You know what I'm saying? Before the age of 20, seeing so many people laid out that more than you want to see in a lifetime and more than any young brother, any young person should see. Anybody in general should see. Look, watch this next line though.
This ain't the life for me, I wanna change, but ain't no future right for me. I'm stuck in the game. I'm trapped inside a maze. See the Sangaray influence me to getting crazy, disillusioned lately.
Again, the transparency. Wasn't nobody rapping like this. Wasn't nobody telling the real other side of the game. People could talk about the money they got and everything else. And, in Cuba, they talked about going to jail and everything else. But this right here is becoming a victim of the game. You choose to go to jail. You choose to to you know what I'm saying, you know you might die or whatever, but nobody painted a picture of the problems that you're having. You know what I mean? Because it was labeled to be fun and games. You thought the street life was just fun and games. This brother right here, he said, I'm trapped inside a maze. So now, because I'm stuck in this maze, I'm smoking weed, I'm getting high, trying to get by, you know what I mean? Because it ain't the life for me. Now I'm drinking the Tanqueray to deal with the pain, though. You get what I'm saying? And it's influenced me to getting crazy, you know what I mean? Go ride on somebody else or whatever. But then this next line, though, ooh, I think this one Pac locked me in on this song right here. Because if I think back, I listened to the album, yeah, If I Die Tonight, didn't hit me yet. The next song is Me Against the World. I could feel it. As an introvert, as an only child, I could feel it, but it didn't hit me yet. This is the song that got me, especially when he got to this part right here. 95, my son was almost 2 years old, and he's around 2 years old when this came out. So to hear stuff like this, yeah.
It's getting crazy, disillusioned lately. I've been really wanting babies, so I can see a part of me that wasn't always shady. Don't trust my lady, she's a product of this poison. I'm hearing noises, think she's shitting on my boys. Can't take no more.
What'd he say? Because it's a clean version. We're doing a clean version. You know what I mean? I got 2 channels. I got my Flow Improved channel, my DjRon-TheClassicDjFromTheBay channel, and also my Christian channel. I plan to upload this because what Tupac really rapped about was the dilemma of good peoples. You know what I'm saying? Young peoples, or however you want to say it. He said, I'm hearing noises. You know what I'm saying? I think she's doing it to all my boys, having sex with all my boys, and I can't take no more. You know what I mean? You know, she treat me bad or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just thinking that, man, maybe she is messing around with these other cats or something like that to disrespect me in front of them. You know what I'm saying? So, ugly situation. Yet it's real, though. Too real for so many times. You know what I'm saying?
I'm falling to the floor, begging for the Lord to let me into heaven's door. Shed so many tears, Lord, lost so many years, and shed so many tears. I lost so many peers, and shed so many tears.
Music is just perfect on this. So that's the first song now. Tell me how y'all feel about it. That one of your favorite songs by Tupac. I can't see how anybody can listen to that song and not make it a favorite. I just don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? But what would you have to start off with? You know, I really wanted to include Only God Could Judge Me, but it's not in the top 10 because I said, well, Forte is on there. But even though Forte held his own on there. But I'm labeling the series, I'm labeling the video Only God Can Judge Him because that's the way that it is. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it was no doubt that he knew the Lord, you know what I mean? Yet he was still caught up in the part where he was, you get what I'm saying? So the life of fame and everything else, the life from the streets and then the life from rapping and everything else. And he's constantly facing challenge after challenge, problem after problem. You understand what I'm saying? Dilemma after dilemma. And it's not always easy, you know what I'm saying? To be accused of he shot police officers, you know what I'm saying? Thinking that somebody might do something to him, and then it happened where he got shot by some guys, you know what I'm saying? And he felt like he knew who they was, or he knew people who was connected to it, so he felt like he was set up, you know what I mean? Can't even trust the women that he was around. Difficult situations. Again, it's stuff that we all go through, though, you know what I'm saying? But not everybody are bold enough to talk about it, and if they do, not everyone is bold enough to communicate it to, again, where you felt their pain, and you said, you know what? I'm going through some of the same things. You know what I mean? Pac was special like that. But one thing I like is how he related to, whereas knowing that he was popular, knowing he was at the top of the world and hadn't had no children yet. Remember, he said he really wanted babies, but ain't had them yet. So we get to this next song, and he like, if I'm not there when my child is born, this is what I want him to know, or her to know about her father or his father.
I ain't worried, eyes blurry, saying goodbye at the cemetery. Though memories fade, I got your name tatted on my arm, so we both bomb to my dying days. Before I say goodbye, Kaden with mental rest in peace. Thug till I die. How many brothers fell victim to the streets? Rest in peace, young. There's a heaven for a G. I'd be alive if I told you that I never thought of that. My nigga, we the last ones left, and life goes on. How many brothers fell victim to the streets? Rest in peace, young. There's a heaven for a G. I'd be alive if I told you that I never thought of death. My second, we the last ones left. Cause life goes on. Bury me smiling with G's in my pocket. Have a party at my funeral. Let every rapper rock it. Let the tour that I used to know from way before kiss me from my head to my toe. Give me a paper, a pen, so I can write about my life of sin. To my unborn child. To my unborn child. In case I don't make it.
In case he didn't make it. First of all, good thing he hooked up with Kadafi, Quincy Jones' daughter, because how else could you get this sample cleared to rap over? Well, MC Lyte rapped over it too, and this is a song to beat. Only two songs I can think of. I think there's one more. MC Lyte was raw too. The slow down version was dope. Then this one came a few years later. Pac ate on this beat. How the youngsters say, he eating? Oh, he ate on this one right here. Here we go.
Just remember daddy loves you. Don't worry about what people Now ever since my birth, I've been cursed since I'm born around. In case I never get to holler at my unborn child. Many things learned in prison, blessed and still living, trying to earn every penny that I'm getting. And reminiscing to the beginning of my mission. When I was conceived, I came to be in this position.
Trying to earn every penny that I'm getting. You know what I mean? Ever since my birth, I've been cursed, and I was born to wild out. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm finna take you to I'm reminiscing to the beginning of my mission when I was conceived and came to this position. Now he finna tell his child who he was. Autobiography at its best, but not to us, though it is to us, but to an unborn child. This is what I want. This is my memoir to my unborn child. The concept is mind-blowing. Again, though, we already knew Tupac was a genius.
Mama was a Panther loud, single parent, but she proud when she witnessed baby boy rip a crowd. Panther loud, single parent.
Let me take it back. He said, my mama was a Panther, proud. Black Panther, shout out Oakland, California, down the street from where I'm at. Richmond, California, Oakland is 10 miles away. You know what I mean? Home of the Black Panthers, where they got started at. And he said, my mama was a Panther, proud, loud, a single parent, but she, anyway, here we go. Let him say it.
Panther loud, single parent, but she proud. Panther loud, single. When I was conceived, I came to be in this position. My mama was a Panther loud, single parent, but she proud when she witnessed baby boy rip a crowd.
Okay, I had it wrong. I thought she was a proud Panther, but no, she was a loud Panther. Black Panthers was loud. But she was proud when she seen me on that microphone and I ripped the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Here we go.
To school, but I dropped out and left the house cause my mama say I'm good for nothing. So I'm out since I only got one life to live. God forgive me for my sins, let me make it and I'll never steal again or live again.
To anybody who ever got into it with a parent for whatever reason, be it about your lifestyle, you know, they want you to go to school, you don't want to go to school, they need you to chip in on rent, you ain't really got the money for the rent, so you're trying to get your money on or whatnot. They talking about you smoking weed, but you like smoking weed. They don't understand why you smoking weed because you're seeing so much stuff in the streets and everything else. You're trying to cope and don't know no other way to go. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, my mama said I'm good for nothing, so I'm out. How many young men and women have the dilemma of having to deal with a parent? Tell me, I mean, just let me know in the comments if you ever had that misunderstanding, that miscommunication where they just did not understand. You feel like they didn't understand what you were going through at that particular time in your life. You know what I mean? And you know, parents, they think they know everything. We feel like we know everything. You know, when you have your own kid, it's a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? But again, the way he could convey that message, and I don't know too many brothers and sisters who did not go through that point where you want to rebel, even if it's just for a little bit, if it's just for one night, sneaking out the window, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So but on this case, he said, my mama said I'm good for nothing, so I'm out. In other words, deuces, I'm finna hit the streets, go do my own thing. So I think I took it back so we can go forward. That's the way we do it here. And understand, I might do a lyric video, particularly for this song right here. I do a lyric video. They'll let me know if y'all want lyric videos of these songs. It's a lot of work to do them, but I don't mind doing it. Of course, you're going to have the lyrics on the screen in these videos, but I'm just saying, the actual song, lyric video, let me know.
Sins let me make it and I never steal again or live again. My only friend is my misery. Wanting revenge for the agony they did to me. See, my life ain't promised, but it sure gets better. Hope you understand my love letter.
The man say I want revenge for the agony, for the way they treated me, for how You know what I'm saying? What they put me through. Who are they? Whoever they are, they put me through. You know what I'm saying? Making my life tougher. You know, like Cat Williams say. You know what I'm saying? Trying stuff, and it don't work. I'm trying this and trying that. They say, no, we ain't hiring. Trying this and trying that. Nope, you've been in jail. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, whatever the obstacles are, it's difficult to have obstacles. You know, life is an obstacle course. But it's a whole other thing when you watching them put the hurdle there and they put a higher hurdle and another one. And you got to hop over this hurdle, hop over that hurdle. So that's why he said, I want revenge for the agony. You know what I'm saying? Success is a great way of revenge. You know what I mean? And that's why he said, my life ain't promised, but it's sure getting better. I hope you understand my love letter to my unborn child. So that at this point, it's to whom it may concern, really. The letter's to my unborn child, but it really is to whom it may concern. Come on with the hook.
To my unborn child.
I'm writing you a letter. This is my unborn child. Wanna let you know
To my unborn child.
love you. I feel this way. I think about you every day. I got so
To my unborn
much to
child. So
say.
complicated to escape fate, and you can never understand till we trade places. Tell the world I've been guilty to being anxious. Ain't no way in hell that I could ever be a rapist.
Just like Kobe was going to court. Going to court and hitting a basketball court and dropping dimes and bombs on fools. Oftentimes, a guilty person ain't going to rehash the crime that they're guilty of. They're not going to keep talking about it. Matter of fact, they want you to forget about it. But I love the wordplay and I love what he said right there. He said, you'll never understand until we traded places. Until you're in my shoes, then you'll understand what I had to go through. And since you don't understand, and if somebody ever approach you about it or whatnot, or if you're going to be my spokesperson, this is what I need you to do. I need you to tell the world I pled guilty to being anxious. Ain't no way in HELL I could ever be a rapist. And, you know, that girl, shout out to Vlad. You know, people give Vlad a bad name, but you know what? Vlad is one of the big reasons why I started getting into the podcast, because I just felt like it was riveting, interesting, especially when you have a topic or person to talk to or whatever the case may be. Here's my thing, though. Vlad interviewed the girl. It's the first time that we know of that the girl was interviewed on a public platform. And I'd advise you, man, go listen to DJ Vlad interview, and I forgot her name. Girl raped by Tupac. Allegedly. Listen to her and tell me if you believe that girl. Because I certainly didn't. The more I listened to her, the more I was convinced that this is why she needed a few dollars. That's why she did the interview. That's my opinion about it now. I don't know what went on behind closed doors. All I'm saying is, me being an astute observer that I am, I just didn't believe it. Here we go.
Just ain't no way in hell that I could ever be a rapist. Start to face this whole world on a good day. When will they let the little kids in the hood play? I got us 5 times, but I'm still breathing. Living proof there's a God if you need a reason.
Fatherly advice, if you ever heard it, right there. It's hard to face this world on a good day. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to face this cold world on a good day. Let me get the line right. On a good day, let alone on a bad day. You know what I mean? When would they let the little kids in the hood play, though? You know what I'm saying? Let the little kids go out and be kids in the neighborhood. Let them go do that. I got shot 5 times, but I'm still breathing. I'm living proof there's a God if you ever need a reason. If you ever want to know if there's a God, look at your dad and remember he got shot 5 times and I'm still breathing. Very few people could take their pain and turn it into take their mess and turn it into a message. Actually, let me rephrase that. Some of our best heroes of all time are able to take their mess and turn it into a message. Shout out Richard Pryor. You know what I mean? Able to make humor out of it. You understand what I'm saying? Man, just shout out to, you know, some pastors, stuff like that, who were in the life before doing some things and now they're able to preach. They turned that message, God turned the message into a message. Shout out to Tupac being shot 5 times and still turning to a message and giving God the glory. That's basically what he did. He gave God the glory. I'm living proof there's a God if you need a reason. Let's go back and we're going to move forward.
But I'm still breathing, living proof there's a God if you need a reason. And I believe in my own faith. Will I raise my kids in the right or the wrong way? Dear mama, I'm a man now. I want to make it on my own, not a hands out.
This right here made me think about so many young people. Matter of fact, I met this young lady before. It was a few years ago. She's like 27 years old, had a little girl in Oakland, matter of fact, in Oakland. And she was going through a tough time. She was renting a room at a couple's house, and a couple sold the house. So it's like, you got to find your own place. So she was talking to me, and this wasn't no, need $40 for a holler, all that. No, it wasn't like that. This was a legitimate conversation I had with the young lady. And she was in Oakland, but she was from Chicago. Because, where your mom and your dad at? They in Chicago. Mom had a good job. I forgot what the mama did, but the father was a surgeon. And what she said, it resonated with me. So I just want to share this to people who out there who got some kids who's, seem to be out there doing their own thing or whatnot, trying to find their way. Listen to what the young lady told me. She could easily go to them and reach out and get some help, but she wanted to make it on her own. Lord, that right there, I started to say, I got a son your age that, you know what I mean? That was huge. Look how Pac said it. Dear mama, I'm a man. Remember, he left. His mama told him wasn't no good, so he went out, and now here he come back. He made the song Dear Mama, but on this song he transitioned it to speaking to her now. Since then, I'm a man now. I want to make it on my own, not a handout.
Make way for a whirlwind prophesy. I wanna go in peace when I gotta die on these cold streets. Ain't no love, no mercy, and no friends. In case you never see my face again.
More words to my child. Listen, on these cold streets, it ain't no love, no mercy, and no friends. And in case you never see my face again, that verse was to my unborn child.
To my unborn child. To my unborn child. To my unborn child. To my unborn child. Dear Lord, can you hear me? Tell me what to say to my unborn seed. In case I pass away, will my child get to feel love? Or we all just cursed to be street thugs, cause being black hurts.
Sometimes this song almost brings tears to my eyes. Can you hear him pleading to the Lord? And he sounds so sincere. Sounds so sincere. Let me take it back. So you can hear. It's not just what he says, the way he said it. Like he really feeling some kind of pain in his verse.
Dear Lord, can you hear me? Tell me what to say to my unborn seed. In case I pass away, will my child get to feel love? Or we all just cursed to be street thugs, cause being black hurts.
Being black hurts. Or we all just cursed to be street thugs. Not blessed, but cursed to be street thugs.
And even worse if you speak first. Living my life as an outlaw, what could be worse? Cause maybe if I tried to change who I'm kidding, I'm a thug till I die. I'm a ride and maintain.
The only thing I regret about Tupac's life is that he didn't get to live to be 40 years old, 50 years old. He was the one that coined the phrase, every thug got to learn to take it easy. And he was learning, but he hadn't had the time to implement it yet. If he had more time, oh my goodness, where would he be? Because he was deep in the game way back then. So much knowledge way back then. So just imagine. But he came to grips with himself. He like, man, I'm a thug and I'm a rider, man. You know what I'm saying?
Till I die, I'm a rider, man. Touch bases, eat lunch at plush places. Regular criminal oasis awaits.
I'm living my life. I touch bases, eat lunch in plush places. Eat lunch in plush places. Living a life. The regular criminal oasis awaits us. The criminal oasis awaits us.
If there's a ghetto for true thugs, I see you there. And I'm sorry for not being there. Just know your daddy was a soldier. Me against the world, best the boys and all my little girls.
How he pivoted back to his kid. He was talking to the Lord, but then he pivoted back to his kid. He say, if there's a heaven for true thugs, if there's a ghetto for true thugs, in other words, I don't want you thugging. I want you to go to heaven. But if there's a heaven for thugs, then I'm going to see you there when you get there. But in the meantime, I'm sorry for not being there on earth with you. But know this, your daddy was a soldier. It was me against the world. And then he go back to the Lord, bless the boys and all my little girls. Ugh.
Till the Lord, I'm eternal. Rest in the peace, take care of all my seeds. To my unborn child. To my unborn child. Please take care of all my things, my unborn child. To my unborn child. This letter goes out to any seeds that I might not get to see because of this lifestyle. Just know that your daddy loves you, got nothing but love for you. All I wanted was for you to have a better life than I did. So I was out here on a 24-hour, 365 grind. When you get to be my age, you'll understand.
When you get to be my age, you'll understand. I know you felt that line. It don't matter who you're talking to or what you're talking about. When you get to be my age, you'll understand.
Just know I got love for you. And I see you if there's a ghetto heaven. There's a ghetto heaven, I'll be there when I'm born. Take care. Run well, but be smart. Follow the rules of the game. You know, sometimes it's confusing. The rules of the game is gonna get you through it all day, every day. Watch out for these snakes.
Watch out for these snakes in the bay. Friends come a dime a dozen. Work hard, study. And then I like the part where they say, get your mind sharp, though. You got to work hard and study. Get your mind sharp. Trust nobody. Whew. Just something to reflect on. You know what I'm saying? Just something to reflect on.
Born ducking, heartless and mean, mugging at 16 on the scene, watching fiends bugging, kicking up dust with the older G's, soaking up the game that was told to me. I ain't never touched a gap that I couldn't shoot. I learned not to trust from the prostitutes with taught lessons. A young nigga asking questions while other suckers was guessing I was gangster sexing. Elementary wasn't meant for me, cake for credit. I'm headed for the penitentiary and cut the class in. I'm fucking blasting, straight mashing, bombing through the overpass laughing. While these other motherfuckers try to figure out, no doubt, they jealous of the cloud. Tell me, Lord, can you feel me? I keep my finger on the trigger cause some niggas trying to kill me. And mama raised a hellraiser. Every day getting paid police, I'm a pager. Straight stressing, a fugitive, my occupation is under question. Wanted for investigation. And even though I'm marked for death, I'ma smoke till I lose my breath, motherfucker. Every time I see the paper, I see my picture. When the niggas getting richer, they come to get ya. It's like a motherfucker trap. And they wonder why it's hard being black. Dear Lord, can you feel me? It's getting major. Mama raised a hellraiser. Stress getting major. Lord be my savior. Mama raised a hellraiser. Stress getting major. Lord be my savior. Mama raised a hellraiser. Stress getting major. Lord be my savior.
He really was one of the realest. And this next song, one reason why I like it is because, well, first of all, he talked about the Lord. He prayed in the first song, So Many Tears. The second song, he's writing a letter to his unborn child, telling him about God, to trust God, and he's talking to God, and he's talking to the unborn child, as well as to whom it may concern, whoever else is listening. This one right here, he gets a little more close to it, though. This next song, and remember, I wanted this to be solo dolo. I wanted this to be Tupac solo flights, just Tupac all by himself, but some of his best songs, this is the way they say he did it in the studio. This is what I heard the video of Tupac speaking.
To do this whole album, complete it, mix it down and everything. We don't have time or the luxury to spend all of this time doing one song. We don't have it. We gotta somehow find a way that we could double up on it. Cause I did my whole album, I know it ain't all of that, but I did my whole album like 3 songs a day. Cause I was just laying it, rocking it, to getting off. You can mix it later and have love being in the studio all night, just add the drum beat at the time. You can do that after the rappers leave and shit. That love being in the studio, just love listening for the right kick. But for while we in here and you got like 8 rappers here and everybody drinking and smoking and shit, man, get that beat popping, throw the track, you catch everybody freestyling, throw on the track, boom, that's just the name of the song is whatever this nigga said his last word was, we do it, put it there. Then after we finish, we walk out, everybody be here and listen to it, be like, this the hook, we go in there and lay the hook. If we don't like that hook, another hook, come back out here, you know, raise scratches or whatever, that'd be the show.
This one right here, he features one outlaw on there. I think Kadafi was the first one to pass away. I forget the sequel to the Outlawz. Shout out, you know, we know one of them just killed himself, I believe, on 4th of July or something like that. Outlawz was raw when they was with him. And that's just what it was. We basically got their greatest hits whenever they rap with Tupac because of that formula, the aforementioned formula. You got something that's hot, and it fits the song, you own it. And if not, sit it out. You got to ride the bench. Shout out Kadafi because he said something on this one too. This song right here is called "Who Do You Believe In?"
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, here we get down here.
He praying again. He said, "Heavenly Father, hear an N-word down here. Hear a brother down here."
I see mothers in black crime, brothers in packs down, plus everybody's high. Washed up to ask why, watching our own downfall, witness the end. It's like we don't believe in God, cause we living in sin.
My homeboys out here act like they don't believe in God because we all living in sin.
Washed up to ask why, watching our own downfall, witness the end. It's like we don't believe in God, cause we living in sin. I asked my homie on the block why he laughed, pointed his tip as the cop called past the salad just enough.
You know what? I can't do that song. I can't do that one. I'm gonna do it, but I can't do that version on. So, you know, what I'll do is I'll edit it. I'm gonna edit it, but cause that literally, nah, that ain't cool.
Heavenly Father, here down here.
I'll come back and I'll edit it.
I see mothers in black crime, brothers in packs down, plus everybody's high, too doped up to ask why.
So he's whispering. If you didn't catch it, you got to catch the cadence of this flow, the way he's rapping. And he started out, he said, I see mothers in black crying. Talk about that funerals. Remember, once upon a time, believe it or not, young people, believe it or not, people used to wear all black to funerals. It wasn't no color coordination, yellow or green or blue or red to funerals. People were all black. He said, I see mothers in black crying, brothers in packs dying. In packs, a whole lot of brothers getting killed. Plus everybody's high, too doped up to ask why. How real is that?
Watching our own downfall, witness the end. It's like we don't believe in God, cause we living in sin. I asked my homie on the block why he strapped, he laughed, pointed his pistol as the cop called past the blast.
I asked my homeboy, why you out here strapped? And he said he just laughed. And then he took his gun and pointed at the police car. And he shot at it and laughed.
Called past the blast, it's just another murder. Nobody mourns no more. My teardrops getting bigger, but can't figure what I'm crying for. It's in the miniature caskets, little babies, victims of it straight from drug dealers gone crazy. Maybe it's just the drugs, visions of how the block was. Crack came and it was strange how it rocked us.
One more time.
Miniature caskets, little babies, victims of it straight from drug dealers gone crazy. Maybe it's just the drugs, visions of how the block was. Crack came and it was strange how it rocked us.
Victims of a stray from drug dealers gone crazy. And he talked about the last song where they be drinking and getting high, whatever. So they make them go crazy. So that's where the strays coming, because they so drunk and high they can't even shoot straight. So now you got the victim. The bullets of strays, victims of a stray from drug dealers gone crazy. Maybe it's the drugs, the visions of how the block was. Because once upon a time, everybody was getting money. And nobody had no time to go shooting at each other. But then, he said the crack came, and it was strange how it rocked us. How it stirred the pot. How it shook us up. Messed us up.
Perhaps the underlying facts they hide explain genocide. It's when we ride on our own kind. What is it we all fear? Reflections in the mirror, we can't escape fate. The end is getting nearer, who do you believe in? I put my faith in God, blessed and still breathing. And even though it's hard, that's who I believe in. Before I'm leaving, the mask and the grieving. Who do you believe in? Who do you believe in? I put my faith in God, blessed and still breathing. And even though it's hard, that's who I believe in. Before I'm leaving, the mask and the grieving.
I'm going to ask y'all right now, First of all, would you include this song on there? I believe everybody should hear this song. I believe everybody should hear this to understand rap ain't all about just getting high and everything else. Man, and how you implement the Lord in it. But this is the first song that we hear where Tupac give you a complete hook, just like any R&B song or whatnot. And the hook encompasses what the whole song is about. If you just heard just the instrumental and that hook, it'll get you thinking. Never mind the lyrics where he colored in between the lines or whatnot, between the hooks. Him and Sebo is no better, two rappers. I can't think of two better rappers at that. You know what I mean? Here we go.
Close my eyes cause all I see is terror. I hate the man in the mirror cause his reflection makes the pain turn realer.
So if I close my eyes, I'm seeing terror. You know what I'm saying? I'm dreaming about bad things or whatnot. But when I open my eyes, though, I see my reflection in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? That makes the pain turn realer. Because that's reality what I see in the mirror. When I close my eyes, I'm seeing nightmares, but I see reality. You know what I mean? His reflection makes the pain turn realer.
Times of Armageddon, murdering mass amounts in a society we're only getting the cash counts.
In a society we're only getting cash counts. Because that's what everybody about. Everybody's just about getting money and having money. That's it and that's all. Money is the rule over everything.
In a society we're only getting the cash counts. I started out as a beginner, into the criminal lifestyle, became a sinner.
So many young men got that same story, and women, that same story. Saw something that looked good, got a part of it, you know what I mean, and became a sinner because the game influences you to get down and dirty about it. A lot of things that you have to do when you're in the street life. I'm not going into detail. Y'all listen to enough hip-hop, so y'all know.
I make my money and vacate, evade prison. Went from the chosen one to outcast, unforgiven.
I'm gonna let that go.
And all the Hennessy and weed can't hide the pain I feel inside, you know. It's like I'm living just to die.
Can't see nothing else. This is all I got. And I'm basically just in line to be the next to get killed in the street life. They wasn't rapping about this way back then. And I don't know if they rapping about it now. You know what I'm saying? And all the Hennessy and weed can't hide. See, a lot of people don't want to talk about that aspect of it. But that's the reason why more and more people get deeper and deeper into drug abuse and alcohol abuse, substance abuse. You know what I'm saying? And when the weed ain't good enough, then they turn to powder. Cocaine, that is. You know what I'm saying? When that ain't enough, that's when you get your fentanyls and your heroin snorters and all that. Trying to cope, again, with the aforementioned dirt that you have to do in order to be a part of that life.
I fall on my knees and beg for mercy, not knowing if I'm worthy, living life thinking no man can hurt me. So I'm asking before I lay me down to sleep, before you judge me, look at all the shit you did to me.
Look at society. Before y'all even try to judge me, look at everything y'all did to me. My misery and everything, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make it out here, but y'all making it harder and harder for me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm on my knees, I'm begging for mercy and everything, and I'm hoping that the Lord sees that I'm worthy of that mercy. You know what I mean? Mercy is unmerited favor, you know what I'm saying? When you should be punished for something, but God lets you go. He lets you slide on. He lets you slide on.
My misery, I rose up from the slums, made it out the flames in my search for fame. Will I change? I'm asking, who do you believe in? I put my faith in God, blessed and still breathing. And even though it's hard, that's who I believe in. Before I'm leaving, I'm asking the grieving. Who do you believe in? Who do you believe in? I put my faith in God, blessed and still breathing. And even though it's hard, that's who I believe in. Before I'm leaving, I'm asking the grieving. Who do you believe in?
Faith in Allah, believe in me and this plastic. Cause so far I done witnessed too many dead niggas caskets.
So when he said I believe in me and this plastic, one thing I could think of is a Glock. I never trip off him saying I believe in me and this plastic. What you think he talking about? Because them Glocks is made out of like hard plastic. I believe in me and this plastic. Talk about a credit card? It wasn't that prevalent back then. I don't know, but I guess, like I said, I think he was the only outlaw that had a line ready, and it's germane to the song. It's connected to the song. So he said he have his faith in Allah. I believe in me and this plastic. You know what I'm saying? Because so far I done witnessed too many dead brothers in caskets.
So far I done witnessed too many dead caskets. caskets with their chest plate stretched like elastic. And what's worse, I'm on front line, holding down camp, still mashing. Heard my cousin, one of the old heads from the block, just came home October '95 back in Yardsville, stuck with a 3 to 5 if he don't act up. Now he realize if you don't stay wise, then in this game you talk to my baby girl, give me the word on what she heard. One of the grimy, a snitching diamond, a stew pigeon. I talked to him, he said he didn't. My man said he did. In fact, he's sure, cause he just came home off a bed.
Cold situation. I seen him in my paperwork. He said he didn't snitch, but I know he did, cause I just came home from the bed. Been there, done that.
Tell me, who do you believe in? I put my faith in God, blessed and still breathing. And even though it's hard, that's who I believe in. Before I'm leaving, the mask and the grieving. Who do you believe in? Who do you believe in? I put my faith in God, blessed and still breathing. And even though it's hard, that's who I believe in. Before I'm leaving, the mask and the grieving.
Now the rap is over, but the song is not. Listen to the words. I'm not gonna pause it or nothing like that. The lyrics will be on your screen though.
Who do you believe in? Who do you believe in?
Who do you believe in? Is it Buddha, Jehovah, or Jah?
Before I'm leaving, the mask and the
Is it
grieving.
Jesus? Is it God? Or is it just yourself? Definitely not to be imposed being a demon, because this is the joy of believing men, to believe in yourselves. But for sure, the higher power resides only to rise in the heart of the truth, from the soul of the man. For truth never has an alibi in the poetry or in its realm. That's what pulls all words together, just to understand that every man is his own man, and only man can satisfy the man. Only the soul of the man, the feelings of the man, the fulfilledness of the man. You can't shake the man when you feel the man. You know the man, and you gotta call yourself because you are that man.
Who do you believe in? I put my faith in God, blessed and still breathing.
Blessed and still breathing. Even though it's hard.
Who do you believe in? Who do you believe in? My faith in God.
Before I'm leaving,
Even though it's hard.
I'm asking.
I'm leaving the mask and the grieving. Who do you believe in? Who do you believe in? Blessed and still breathing.
Oh, blessed.
Before I'm leaving the mask and the grieving. Who do you believe in? Who do you believe in? I put my faith in God, blessed and still breathing. Even though it's hard, that's who I believe in. Before I'm leaving the mask and the grieving. Who do you believe in?
I'm asking.
My faith in God.
Asking you.
That's who I believe in. Before I'm leaving the mask and the grieving. Who do you believe in? Who do you believe in?
I gotta let it ride. I gotta let it ride.
Blessed and still breathing. That's who I believe in. Before I'm leaving the mask and the grieving. Who do you believe in? Who do you believe in? Now Papa ain't around, so I gotta recall. I'll come to grips with being written on my enemies' walls. Promise if I have a seed, I'ma guide them right. Dear Lord, don't let me die tonight. I got words for my comrades, listen and learn. Ain't nothing free, get back what you earn. No doubt, getting high in the mother. Bless me, please, this thug life will be the death of me. Come on, yeah. And I remember what my papa told me. Remember what my papa told me. Blasphemy.
But for them I'm still in the name of the Lord. Them I tell no spy how
And
them
I
I
remember
burn
what my papa told me.
in the name of the Lord. They rain while the people in the still no
We probably in hell already. Our dumb ass is not knowing. Everybody kissing ass to go to heaven ain't going. Put my soul on it. I'm fighting devil daily, plus the media be crucifying brother severe. Tell me I ain't God's son. I'm a virgin. We got a dick that had to lead the birds. Back in the
Now this next song is one. This is when I first really started listening to Tupac. Let me tell y'all a quick little story. Shout out to my boy Dury Haynes, Young Chewy, R.I.P. Dury. Passed away, right? Had a tape called The Governor, called Taxon. It's by the governor called Taxon, cat out of Oakland. The governor had a song on there called Gaffled Like That. Tupac on the song, and then Richie Rich. I was a big Richie Rich fan, and he had been away for a minute. Y'all know he went away for a minute. He was doing a little time or something like that. So to hear Richie's voice bless a rap song was it. Wasn't on Tupac. I heard of Tupac. Tupac had 2 albums out, but I wasn't on Brenda's Got a Baby and You Gotta Keep Your Head Up or whatever. Or Digital Underground for that matter. You know, don't judge me. Then, Dury's cousin, my homeboy, was at my house. You know, I had the dank room in my house. You know, I bring females over there, and the brothers come over, Nintendo 64, not Nintendo, whatever Nintendo was out at that, Super Nintendo. We playing video games, and he messed around and left the tape in my house. Fell out of his pocket, whatever the case may be, because I was, you know, we was big on the click and Spice One and whatnot. Left the tape at my house, though. Thug Life. All right, and, you know, and I mess around and listen to it. First song come on. Well. Got the sample of the Isleys, you know what I mean? Bury Me a G. All right, that's pretty cool. You know, he rapping over that. All right. Didn't get me, though. Didn't get me. I'm not easily got. Second song, I forgot, Street Fame or something like that. Next song, It Don't Stop. Okay, this is a slapper. So I kept listening and messed around and got to Str8 Ballin, and that's when Tupac had me locked in. That's the one song I would ride and listen to because, understand this, I didn't listen to Nas and Biggie and all that because, you know, the East Coast had their reign in the 80s. Now it's the 90s in the Bay, we on fire. And these Bay cats is talking about what we live in, what I see every day. This is what I can connect to. So when I heard Tupac come with this,
I would share the definition of ballin' with you white folks, but now carries with the souls and not souls. So
where this music came from, I have no idea. All I know is it all sounds good. Come on, Pop.
I'm up before the sunrise, first hit the block, little bad mother. With a pocket full of rock, running through them things.
I had to fill that part in. Matter of fact, I'm gonna try to fill the parts in because some of the stuff is censored just because of the content, just because of what he's talking about, but it's not necessarily cuss word. So where it is, I'll fill it in. But he sounds a little bad MF with a pocket full of rocks. That was the first one to hit the block before the sunrise. Early bird does get the worm. A little bad mother with a pocket full of rocks. I learned to throw them things and got my skinny little tail kicked, to use the A word. And everybody was laughing till the first person got blasted, till the first MF got blasted. That's what he gonna say. Just told you earlier. Here we go.
Any little kick, slap to the first
I put the in his casket, and now they cover in the bastard in plastic.
Now they cover in the basket in plastic. I smoke on the regular. When it counts, I'm trying to make $1 million out of quarter ounce and get them drums on the 5-0. Got screaming out survival. Hey brother, can I lay low? Look at some yayo. Holla one time when I say so. Don't wanna go to the pen, I'm hitting fences. The narcs on the brother back, missing me by inches. And they say hi to you.
Narcs are on my back. They miss me by inches though. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting away.
Survive weighing 1 inches. And they say hi to you. Survive weighing 165 in the city with a skinny dot.
How do you survive weighing 165 in a city where the skinny brothers die?
Hell, mama, don't cry. Even when they kill me, they can never take the game from a young G. I'm straight ballin'. Yeah. Straight ballin'. That's right. Straight ballin'. Still on parole and I'm the first serving for some liquor on the curb for my owner that deserve. But if I wanna make $1 million, gotta stay. It's kinda booming round the way. And today I make a killing, dressing down like a girl, serving for some liquor on the curb for my owner that deserve. But
come on, this is the verse, right? The whole song is versified. No doubt about it.
Still on parole and I'm the first serving for.
I'm still on parole and I'm the first brother serving. In other words, I ain't worried about jail, and I'm out here getting my money.
I'm liquor on the curb for my niggas that deserve it.
I pour my liquor on the curb for my dead homies that deserve. I'm translating.
If I wanna make a million,
and if I want to make a million, I gotta stay dealing. It's kind of booming around the way. And I think today I'll make a killing. You know what I'm saying?
I'm booming right away. And today I make a killing, dressing down like a million. But only on the block, it's a clever disguise. I keep running from the cops. I'm deep. I think I die if I don't get no ends. I'm in the bucket, but I'm riding it like it's a Benz. I hate the strip and let my music bump.
At that time, when you get money, it didn't care what nobody else thought about you. You felt like you was on top of the world. I'm in a bucket, but I'm riding like it's a Benz. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm him. No matter what y'all think, I might only got about $1,000 in my pocket. I got a bankroll though. And I'm finna go get some more in a minute. I'm in a bucket and I'm riding like it's a Benz.
Drinking liquor and I'm looking for some. Rather die making money than live for a legal lesson. Shit was it.
That's why it says $1,000. Listen what he say. Listen what he say. I'm running like it's a Benz. I hit the strip. I let my music bump. Drinking my liquor, and I'm looking for some bras to hump, for lack of a better term. Drinking liquor, and I'm looking for some. I'd rather die making money than to live poor and legal. As I slang another ounce, I wish it was the keto. Keto or kilo, same things. Potato, potato. I'm only rolling ounces, but I wish it was a kilo.
I need money in a major way. Time to my getting paid.
Time to serve my girl, because the day she get paid.
You other mother ballin', but me and my mother we straight ballin'. Look at y'all know time. It's the part where y'all low up. You know what I'm saying? Straight ballin', 55, do time. Police right behind. They can't see me. They wanna be straight. If I don't, and damn if I do it. So watch a young mother pull it, just to raise up.
That's that old scale. I'm damned if I don't, and damned if I do. So watch me go ahead and go out here and get it.
But don't let them see you cry. Dry your eyes, young nigga, time to do or die. I keep a with my pocket ready on my block. Ain't no time for it, they even.
He said, I keep a pistol in my pocket. Back then we wore baggy pants, so it was easy to put your Glock in your pocket. You couldn't even tell, you know what I'm saying? Bankroll in one, Glock in the other, and your pants still was baggy on you. You know what I'm saying? And he said, but ain't no time for me to even cock. You know what I'm saying? It's so hot around here, you know what I mean? The ops coming through, the enemies rolling through, however you want to call it.
Now to see the motherfucker be pain, cause he slept on the game.
He said, I seen him get pain because I'm slapping on the things. You know what I'm saying? Let's go back a little bit, because
now to see the motherfucker be pain, cause he slept on the game. Ain't a damn thing change. Shaking the dice, stand roll 'em if you can't stand pain. Better hold 'em.
To hold the dice, I mean to catch the dice or whatnot, you know what I mean? I roll the dice, you hold them. So whatever rolls out don't matter, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm going to roll again, you know what I mean? If you can't stand pain, because I'm hot, I know I'm finna hit you with the 7, you know what I mean? Or the 11, you know what I mean? So if you can't stand that pain, you better hold, or I hit my point on you, you know what I mean? But then he transformed the dice game on the floor to the dice game of life. And ain't no telling what you might roll.
Stand roll 'em if you can't stand pain, better hold 'em. Cause ain't no telling what you might roll. You might fold, catch AIDS from a psycho. Best to live your life to the fullest.
Be quick to kill a bull. Got a pistol? Young brother better pull it.
Cause even when they kill me, they can
take it back, so
ain't no telling what you might roll. You might fold, catch AIDS from a psycho.
Brother, the best thing in your life to the fullest. Quick to kill a bull, got a pistol, young brother better pull it.
Cause even when they kill me, they can never take the game of a young G. We straight ballin'.
That's the theme song, man.
Straight ballin'. They had me believe you about to die.
Long before hard night like
you know, just straight ballin'. You know what I'm saying? That small time. niggas in the penitentiary locked up like a mother when they mention me. Cause you with the realest level there ever was. And once again it's on. I'm busting on these till they gone. Who the hell can you get to stop me? I'm in the projects, parlaying with my posse. I keep my cause they all shady. I finally made it, now these jealous trying to fade it.
I finally made it, now these jealous women trying to fade me.
I ain't going out, I'd rather I'm on the corner with my nigga watching gas sack. And I came up a long way from food stamps, taking from the low life ghetto traps.
Remember earlier he said he gonna do it to his girl cause she get paid today. And he's talking about his food stamps and all that kind of stuff. He say, now I'm straight baller. I came a long way from food stamps and taking money from these low life ghetto tramps.
I thought you lady, that's me, I'm on. What could I do for my...
What could I do? Pull a trigger or watch my homie die? You know what I'm saying? If you sweat me, I'm gonna open fire. What can I do? Pull the trigger? Either I'm gonna shoot you or watch my homie die. You know what I'm saying?
Representing to the fullest, giving devil slugs. I'm on the block to the young thugs. And motherfuckers will be ballin'. All motherfuckers, day off.
So listen,
we straight ball. Watch the police, see so much murder, neighborhoods getting no sleep. But still, I get my money on major, continuously communicating through my pager. Know me, don't have no homies cause they jealous. I hustle solo, cause when I'm broke, I got no time for the fellas. Listen, ain't nothing poppin' by no broke nigga, ain't no joke. They sayin' get your dope, be in the game.
Oh, the phone because them a come try to take mine. Oh, me serious or not? I don't blood clap play no ear. Oh, the phone because you take this thing for you take this thing for joke. Oh, that's right. The game's been good to me.
Well, let me shoot some of this old heavy type of shit. Certain niggas wanna stick to the game, use a trick to the game. Waiting upon your turn, son, what will you learn? Ain't no terms given, niggas be twisting and taking shit. Putting they sack down, then putting they Mac down. Me, myself, I hustle with finesse, yes, I'm an Oakland baller. Rule number one, check game. And for sure, you gon' respect game.
Now, we've come to the end of what I believe is part one. Hey, I don't know how y'all feel about these songs. Now, check this out, though. If you listen to this far, that means you locked in. You might as well go and give me a like. You know what I'm saying? And understand this. This is episode 51. That means I got 50 other episodes of artists and songs that I done went through and everything else. Something that I just like to do. Love to just be able to explain hip-hop and whatnot and just, you know, because I love it. It's my favorite genre of music. Hip-hop is 52 years old and consequently so am I. You know what I mean? And this right here, we're enjoying the best whoever did it. And again, these are songs that you didn't hear on the radio. You know what I mean? So Many Tears may have been on the radio. The other ones, though, I think I heard Who Do You Believe In on the radio. You might have heard it on the radio, but the rest of them, they're not radio cuts. Yeah, I got one more radio cut, but that's going to be on part two. Make sure you come back for part two. You know what I'm saying? I got some more songs for y'all. But here we go, though. I think this is absolutely my favorite song by Tupac. I just can't think of a better song for my favorite song by Tupac to be than this right here. There's other songs I listen to and probably listen to more, but as far as the realness and everything else, it's my favorite song. The only regret about it is that he's not the only one on here. He's not the only person on this song. So I think, as a matter of fact, I'm not going to even play that version. I was going to play the clean version, but I couldn't do that. I got to go with the dirty version, only because all the verses are not there on the clean version. So I'll clean it up, but here we go. We're gonna come with the dirty version of my favorite song by Tupac, Staring at the World Through My Rearview.
Staring at the world through my rearview. Just looking back at the world from another level, you know what I mean? Multiple clear the block, the fun stops. Was calling cops, people nobody stop.
He come in hot on this one. Multiple gunshots fill the block, the fun stops. We out here kicking everything until multiple gunshots fill the block, and now the fun stops. Peoples is calling cops. He said the N-words, but Peoples is calling cops. People shot. Nobody stopped.
Wonder when the world stopped caring last night you get while the whole block staring. I will never understand this society. Looking try to make me, then they lie to me. Run
I wonder when did the world stop caring? Last night is 2 kids shot while the whole block staring at them. I will never understand this society. First they try to murder me, then they lie to me. Product of a dying breed. In other words, they trying to shoot at me. 2 kids get shot. Excuse me, I have to get comfortable. 2 kids get shot. And I just don't understand the society. First they try to murder me, then they lie to me. Don't nobody know what happened. You know what I'm saying? Product of a dying breed.
All my homies try. Now the little baby's crazy, raised on fantasy. Tell me when my enemies flee when they see me.
All my homies is trying weed. Now the little babies is crazy off the Hennessy. They raised off the Hennessy. They crazy. I remember he referenced it in the first couple songs. Tell me when our enemies flee when they see me. I love how he took them rhymes inside the rhymes, because most songs they rhyme the last word of the sentence rhymes. Next sentence, last word rhymes like that. But when he said, craze off of Hennessy, tell me when my enemies flee when they see me, believe me. This is what he said. Every thug's got to learn to take it easy.
Every thug's got to learn to take it easy. Listen, through the intimacy, search your heart for a plan. We turning bad boys into grown men.
We turning bad boys into grown men.
It's on again, I give a holler to my in the darkest corners. All the perfect, and let me it for you. One love from a thug. Roll away the posse full of paranoid.
He's speaking to the hustlers out there. He said, I give a shot to my homies on the corner. Roll you a perfect blunt and let me spark it for you. But at the same time, I'm giving you food for thought. Give you some, put this in your pipe and smoke it. That's the old way of saying it. He said, I give a holler to my brothers on the darkest corner, and use the N-words, of course. Roll a perfect blunt and let me spark it for you. I rolled a perfect blunt and I'm going to spark it for you. One love from a thug, brother. Rolling with a posse full of paranoid drug dealers. To the end, my friend.
To the end, my friends, I'm seeing nothing but my dreams coming true. While I'm staring at the world through my rear view. I'm seeing nothing but my dreams coming true. While I'm staring at the world through my rear view. They got me staring at the world through my rear view. Going baby screaming, God, he can't hear you. I can feel your heart beating fast, cause it's time to die. Watch the time fly.
That part I can hear your heart beating fast. You know, I ain't a killer, and I thank God nobody pushed me. So I never condone that line. However, I understand what he's saying on there. You know what I mean? And he said, I'm staring at the world through my rear view. I'm still moving forward in the midst of all this, and I'm watching it all transpire as I keep on moving forward. You know what I'm saying?
Staring at the world through my rear view. Going baby screaming, God, he can't hear you. I can feel your heart beating fast, cause it's time to die. We getting watch the time fly. Listen. Now you see him, now you don't. So we here for the moment, and then they gone.
To me, it seemed like he wrote this verse after Pac was gone. I don't know. Now you see him, now you don't. Some brothers be here for the moment, but then they gone. I think they fit this verse in there. I don't know. But it goes so well with the song, though.
What happened to him? Well, let's see. It seems to be a mystery. But all I know, I never let the money get to me.
I'm out here. I'm not going to let the money go to my head. I'm out here handling my business, trying to move to the next level so I can look at the world through my rear view, too.
Stay down like the truest dog life until I check out. I thought you knew this. Who was gonna catch me when I fall? I even cared to. Why you thinking I see you lost up in my rear view?
While you thinking of the answer to that question, I see you lost up in my rear view. I can't worry about that. I got to keep on moving forward, too. Oh, these boys are spitting right here.
It's down with the Outlawz. Outcasts left far and few like Southpaws.
Half of y'all is down with the Outlawz. The Outcasts is left far. I feel like they southpaws. You know what I'm saying? Left far left. You know what I'm saying? I feel like southpaws. But we keep mashing. I love this next part. We keep mashing till our dreams come through. That's the way you got to live your life. Staring through the rear view.
But still we keep mashing till our dreams come through. Living on the world through my rear.
Now this right here is probably my favorite verse of all time. I can't think of a better verse. Run DMC, Rockbox, they did their thing. That was the two of them together. Playboy Short is one of my favorite songs of all time. But that song is one long verse, so I can't put that in this category. Another one of my favorite songs is My Philosophy. That second verse when he broke down how the rap game goes. And then he talk about school in the third verse. That's two different verses on a dope song. This is one verse right here, though. This is one verse where he tells the story of so many young black brothers. I think I'm gonna sing the dirty. I think I'm gonna sing along to it. I'm gonna try to keep it clean as I go. But listen to what he say.
Now I was raised as a young black male. In order to get paid was to make sales. Caught them niggas, so they send me to these overpack jails in the cell, counting days in this living black hell. Do you feel me? Keys to ignition, use at your discretion. Roll with a drug for protection. Take me in the section from near the chin checking. Turn this into war weapons. 75, I'm a soldier. I'm getting hotter, cause the world's getting colder. Baby, let me hold ya. Talk to my blood like they fly. All you brothers, that's the blood. Look at mine. Now I know the answer to the question. Do dreams come true? Still staring at the world through my rearview. I said now I know the answers. Do dreams come true? Staring at the world through my rearview.
Look, I just got excited. I didn't even pause or whatever. Let's go back so we can hear what he said, so you can know what he said. Let's go back. Just go back. If you want to understand the plight of the young black men and how the cycle that they was going through, how so many people been through this as a part of their life, it's like a rite of passage. You know, have babies young, drink alcohol, smoke weed, and go to jail. Listen to this right here.
Stepping out the world through my rearview. Now I was raised as a young black male. In order to get paid was to make.
I was raised as a young black male, and in order to get paid, I was forced to make crack sales.
So they sent me to these overpacked jails.
They called an N-word. They called a brother. So they sent me to these overpacked jails, packed with a whole bunch of other brothers doing the same thing I'm doing.
In the cell, counting days in this living black hell. Do you feel me?
Of course I feel you, Pop. I'm in a cell counting days in this living black hell. And that's when he asked the question, do you feel me? Do you feel him? I mean, holler back at me. Who you know been through that? Have you been through it yourself? Then the next line.
Keys to ignition, use at your discretion.
Keys to ignition. Use at your discretion. In other words, the keys, this you talk about your entendres, this could be an entendre right here. We all given a key to a lock. You got to use it at your discretion though. What you gonna use, which door you gonna unlock. Keys to an ignition. Which car you gonna drive. Use it at your discretion. As for me, I roll with a 12 gauge pump for my protection. And he could have been talking about keys, and kilos was the ignition. I got keys to ignition. Use at your discretion. Here we go.
For protection. Take me in the section from years of chin checking.
It's other brothers in here that hate me in this section. From years of chin checking, because I done whooped on them and everything else, so they mad at me for some stuff. He said it on changes. Will I get attacked by somebody who I roughed up way back? They hate me in this section from years of chin checking, because I've been chin checking them. So since they couldn't beat me up, they turned to Smith & Wesson's Wesson war weapons.
Turn this 75 bomb for protection.
That's the part that drops off. Why I didn't say it, because it's not a bad word. But let's go back so we can go forward.
Take me in the section from years of chin checking. Turn this.
Then he goes on to say,
I'm getting hotter because the world's getting colder.
He said they turned to Smith & Wesson war weapons. So he's saying, well, Lord, I'm a soldier. I'm getting hotter. You know what I mean? Because the world is getting colder on me. So then he goes, baby, let me hold you. He's talking to his guns. That's why he said, I'm talking to my girls like they fly BITCHs. Y'all know the word. All you busters best to run and look at my BITCHs getting busy. Oh. One more time.
Well, through my rearview. Now I was raised as a young black male. In order to get paid was to make sales. Caught them, so they sent me to these overpacked jails in the cell, counting days in this living black hell. Do you feel me? Keys to ignition, use at your discretion. Roll with a for protection. Take me in the section from years of chin checking. Turn this.
Maybe he talking to the ones who didn't down. Now I know the answer. I thought, all you busters best to run. Look at mine. And now I know the answer to the question, do dreams come true? As I'm staring at the world through my rear view, look in the mirror and watch them all on the ground as I'm driving off.
They got me staring at the world through my rear view.
Again, we don't condone it, but we understand it.
Go and baby, scream to God, he can hear you. I can feel your heart beating fast, got the time to die. Watch the time fly. You know I'm staring at the world through my rear view. Go and baby, scream to God, he can hear you. I can feel your heart beating fast, got the time to die. Watch the time fly.
Back in the days, we hustled for sneakers and beepers. Fiends hitting up blocks with street sweepers.
This right here went over so many people's head. He started off the verse. He said, back in the days, we hustled for sneakers and beepers. No true words have been said. You know what I mean? We hustle for sneakers and beepers. But in 9-6, it's for Glocks. Because fiends is hitting up blocks with street sweepers. Street sweepers are the kind of shotgun that shot a whole lot of bullets fast. You know what I'm saying? So we got Glocks. Because we can't stand out on block with street sweepers, but we got to have something to get back at them. You know what I'm saying?
Bless myself when no one rules to these streets. I'm not learning school. On some main man mark for the peace.
I'm blessed myself for knowing the rules to these streets. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I learned back in school on some Million Man March stuff for the peace. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm a part of that, but only one life to lead.
Only one life to lead, a fast life of greed. Criminally addicted, infested since the seed.
Since the seed, though, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm with the peace and everything else, but the truth is, we out here trying to get money. You know what I'm saying? It's fast life of greed. You know what I mean? Criminally addicted, infested since the seed.
We all die, breathe, lead like humans. Towns run by young outlaws and truants.
Town is run by young guns, outlaws, and truants. People don't even go to school no more. You know what I mean? And it's deep.
Deep, turn 18, roll my wheel when I go. Burn my body with my dog, choosing my dough.
He said something about turn 18, burn my wheel when I go. I don't really understand that line. Burn my body with shotty or choosing my dough. You know what I mean? Burn my body with my shotgun or something like that. Just cremate me or something. Yeah, anyway.
Why you reminiscing all nights out with the crew? You need to, I stare through your rear view.
In other words, I'm dead. So when you're out there hanging out with your crew, smoke a blunt for me too, in my memory. You know what I'm saying? While you're staring through your rear view. Just keep on pushing, keep on mashing.
You ain't know what we mean by staring through the rear view. So since you ain't know what we mean, let me bring you better understand. The world's behind. Get an understanding on the game and what the levels and the rules of the game is. And the world ain't no trick no more. The world is a game to be played. So now we looking at the world from behind us. Know what we gotta do. We just gotta put our mind to it and do it. It's all about the papers. Money rule the world. Make the world go round. The real do what they want. Do what they want. We'll be staring at the world through my rear view. Doing what they scream to God. He can't hear you. I can feel your heart beating fast 'cause it's time to die. Watch your time fly.
So once again, you know what? I'm gonna end it here. This is part 1. 10 songs that you need to hear about Tupac. Everybody should hear about Tupac. You know to understand Tupac. You know to understand us. You know to understand the dilemmas that we go through as young folks growing up in the life. You know what I'm saying? Too many young people, they're trying to get to where we are. They have to understand we being where they at now. Does that make sense? It's a shame that most youngsters don't want to listen to the, you know what I'm saying? Then when they get to, sometimes it's too late, they heard what you said way back then. They look through the rearview mirrors like, you know what? I can see Pawpaw, I can see such saying these words to me, but now it all came true. You know what I mean? So, what 5 songs would you like to hear by Tupac? What would you say that everybody needs to hear? Talk to me, I'll talk back, you know what I'm saying? But this is part 1 of it, you know what I'm saying? Only God can judge him. No matter how you feel about it, I'm just breaking down some of the lyrics and help you understand why we understood him so much and why we revered him the way we do. Truly one of the best to ever did it, and when I say it, I ain't just talking about rap, I'm talking about music in general. DjRon, the classic DJ from the Bay. I'm signing off. It's part 1. Make sure you lock in for part 2. Take care, guys.
I represent the gay area.